It starts with a choice that doesn't feel like a choice. You're standing on a corner at midnight, and someone older than you, someone whose name everyone knows, looks at you and nods. Not a word. Just a nod. And something in your chest shifts. You don't walk away. You should. But you don't. This is where it begins. Level 1. The lookout. You are 14 years old. You live 3 blocks from a school you barely attend. The men who control this neighborhood don't recruit you. They don't have to. You come to them. You start appearing near the corner where they post up after dark. You don't speak unless spoken to. That's the first unspoken rule. You run errands, you grab cigarettes, you carry bags without opening them. You act like you don't see anything even when you see everything. They call you battle. It means lookout. Your job is simple and it has to stay simple. You stand where they tell you. You watch the street. If a marked car rolls through, you send one message. A single emoji. Nothing else. If someone from 18th Street shows up on the wrong block, you don't confront them. You run and warn the veterans. You earn $0. That's not the point. The point is to show them what you're made of. A teacher at school asks why you're always tired. You say nothing. A detective in a parking lot offers you $20 and says nobody will know. You walk away without making eye contact. Word gets back to the corner faster than you expected. That's how they know you're ready. Level 2. The initiation. 6 months in, and Sneaky pulls you aside one evening and asks the question you've been waiting for. You nod before he finishes the sentence. 2 nights later, you're standing in an alley. 13 members form a loose circle around you. There are no rules explained because you already know them. You survive 13 seconds. You don't fight back. You don't run. You don't make a sound. 1. A fist catches your jaw and your head snaps sideways. 3. Something hard connects with your ribs. 7. Your knees hit the concrete. 11. Your vision fractures into gray and white. 13. It stops. The circle breaks. Sneaky helps you off the ground. He pulls you in close. The words he says feel like something sacred even though you're bleeding from your lip and your left eye is already swelling shut. They give you a name. You are Flaco now, or Smiley, or Diablo. Whoever you were before that alley is gone. The name your mother gave you belongs to a version of yourself that no longer exists. You feel something close to peace about that. That feeling should concern you. It doesn't. Level 3. The soldier. You are 16. You've been inside for a year. Now the real work begins. You don't touch the product directly. You move between points. Someone leaves a package behind a dumpster on 5th. You pick it up. You walk 4 blocks. You knock twice. A door opens. Package changes hands. You leave. $200 appears in your pocket by Friday. That is more than your mother earns in 3 days standing on her feet in a kitchen that isn't hers. You buy shoes. You buy a chain. You start to feel like something. The risk is very real. If police stop you mid-transfer, no one comes to help. You do the time. You keep your mouth shut. That is the only law that matters. You understand this completely. Snitches don't just lose respect. Snitches stop breathing. When the clique needs muscle, you show up. A business owner on Maple is refusing to pay his weekly protection. You and 3 others walk through the front door in the middle of the afternoon. You don't say a word. You don't have to. A rival is spotted 2 blocks into your territory. You go looking. You find him. What happens next changes something inside you permanently. You don't sleep well afterward. By the following week, you stop thinking about it at all. Level 4. The veteran. You are 19. You served 18 months in county on an assault charge. You sat across from two detectives for 4 hours and gave them absolutely nothing. When you walked out, the clique threw a party. You're a veteran now. Younger soldiers look at you differently. They should. You control 3 blocks. You decide who stands where. You set the prices in your zone. You take a cut from every deal that moves through your territory, and you kick the rest up to the Polaro. You make $1,500 a week. You have a car. You have an apartment. You have a woman who doesn't ask questions, and you appreciate her for that. Discipline is your responsibility now. A young soldier named Spider is skimming. Not much, but enough. You pull him aside. You explain the situation once. He doesn't listen. The second conversation is louder. The third conversation doesn't happen because Spider doesn't show up anymore. You don't ask where he went. You already know the answer. The police have your photograph. You're in a database with 3 verified flag notations beside your name. Every time something happens within a mile of your territory, 2 detectives appear at your door. You open it. You smile. You say absolutely nothing useful. You close it again. Level 5, the Polaro. You are 24. You've been shot twice. Once through the shoulder. Once through the side. Both times you told the hospital you didn't know who did it. Both times the police sat beside your hospital bed asking questions, and you stared at the ceiling until they left. The clique promotes you to Polaro. You lead 38 soldiers across an entire neighborhood. You hold weekly meetings in the back of a restaurant that owes the clique its continued operation. Your veterans report to you. The money flows up through you. You take your percentage and pass the rest up the chain to the ranero. You clear between 5 and 10,000 weekly depending on the month. Your word settles disputes. Your word marks enemies. When 2 soldiers come to you with a problem that can't be solved by talking, you make a decision and they both accept it. They have no other option. A green light you give doesn't come back. That is the weight of your authority. You move your sleeping location every 3 nights. You keep a weapon within reach at all times. Your girlfriend of 2 years is a liability. Not because she's disloyal, because the federal agents outside her workplace have been there for 6 consecutive Thursdays. You end the relationship quietly. She cries. You drive away and feel very little. Level 6, the ranero, you are 30. You have survived an age that most people in this life never reach. 5 Polaros report to you across 2 cities. Hundreds of soldiers move product and collect taxes under your indirect authority. You haven't stood on a street corner in 6 years. You sit across a table from a cartel intermediary in a neutral location and negotiate shipment pricing for cocaine moving through 3 distribution channels. You set the wholesale price. You control the downstream margin. You also own a car wash, a construction company, and a nightclub. Money enters those businesses dirty and leaves clean. You pull between 20 and 50,000 weekly depending on the quarter. The FBI has a listening device somewhere near your regular meeting location. You know this because you have a contact inside a law firm who hears things. You never discuss business on any phone. You speak in layered references that would mean nothing to a transcript. You meet in moving vehicles when possible. The shot callers inside the federal system send out directives through coded correspondence. When those directives arrive, you execute them without question. You are powerful. You are not free. You have not been free in a very long time. Level 7, the shot caller. The RICO indictment comes on a Tuesday morning. 30 years without possibility of parole. You knew this moment was coming. You've known for 2 years. You made peace with it somewhere around year 6 of running territory. Maximum security federal prison is not a punishment for you. It is a transfer of location. Within 72 hours, you have connected with the clique members already inside. There are dozens. You assume leadership within the first 2 weeks. You control a cell block. You tax the prison economy. Phones enter through drones. Product enters through compromised corrections officers. Commissary accounts move the money. Your wife visits monthly. She carries information in and out through layers of conversation designed to sound like family updates. You give your orders through her. A soldier in Baltimore is cooperating with federal investigators. 3 days after you receive that information, the situation is resolved. You are in a cell when it happens. You have a perfect alibi that nobody will examine. You are incarcerated. You are also the most powerful person in a building that holds 500 men. The only thing a cage cannot hold is your reach. Level 8. The legend. There are men above you who are not discussed by name. They founded this organization in Los Angeles in the 1980s. Salvadoran refugees who built something for protection and watched it become something else entirely. When the United States deported thousands of members back to Central America in the 1990s, those men took the structure with them. Now Ms-13 exists simultaneously in Los Angeles, Houston, Long Island, El Salvador, Honduras, and Guatemala. The men at the top sit inside Salvadoran prisons. They do not use phones. They do not give interviews. They communicate through attorneys, through visitors, through letters written in arrangements that take training to decode. Their orders travel through 6 layers of intermediaries before reaching the streets. By the time an order arrives, its origin is invisible. You will never meet them. You will never sit in the same room. You follow their directives because the alternative is not an option. They are not people anymore. They are the architecture of the system itself. They are the rules nobody wrote down. They are the reason every soldier on every corner in every city moves the way they move, without ever being told directly. That is what ultimate power looks like. Invisible, immovable, completely alone. Somewhere right now there is a 14-year-old boy standing on a corner. He is watching men who seem untouchable. He is hungry in a way that food cannot fix. He is running cigarettes and holding packages and sending single emojis into the dark. He thinks he is beginning something that he can walk away from when the time is right. He doesn't know what's coming, but you do.